Hi, I'm Raya King from MakeMoneyBeingCreative.com, and I'm speaking with Tara Endicott, the co-owner and cultural arts director of Coffee House Burlap and Bean, located in Newtown Square, Pennsylvania. Burlap and Bean promotes work from local artists, holds open mic nights, and hosts live acoustic concerts featuring both regional musicians and national touring acts. Tara, thanks for speaking with me.
Thanks for having me.
Now, you've booked thousands of acts at Burlap and Bean, so you've seen all kinds of audiences over the years. What do you find audiences respond to most strongly?
I would say that authenticity. If a musician or a band comes to my room with an attitude that the audience is there for them rather than them being there for the audience, it always translates into their performance. And I always notice, and oftentimes will leave feeling empty or feeling a negative feeling after the performance, and you can be sure that the audience responds to that in the same way. If you want, as a performer, if you want your audience to connect with you, you have to give of yourself, and you have to give generously. You have to approach every single gig with the awareness that you're there to serve and that the goal is for you to connect with your audience. And the way that you do that is to keep in mind that you build a fan base one person at a time. So if you go into a gig, there's nights at Burlap and Bean where we have seating for 75 and there's 12 people in the room. And that can be tough for a musician, and I can oftentimes sense when an artist is feeling discouraged before they even go on stage. And if I have the opportunity, I'll pull them aside and I'll remind them that they need to remember that it isn't about who isn't there, it's about who is.
Well, that's very interesting and excellent advice as well for all musicians. Now, when a musician wants to get booked at a music venue, what should they include in their email to the venue?
It's very important for you as a musician to remember that when you're soliciting a venue, you are one of thousands of emails that the talent buyer sees. I know I personally some mornings wake up and have 200 emails in my inbox that weren't there the day before, and it can be very overwhelming. So what I appreciate is getting an email that is short and sweet. I like to see where you've played in my area, list the venues that you've played. I like to see information such as who have you supported. If you've ever played in front of a national touring act, list that information. I like it when the musicians tell me who they would like to support. If you have a wish list of national touring acts that you think you're a good fit with and you would love to be matched up as an opener for that national touring act, it's great to include that. Always, always, always include a link to a YouTube live performance. And ideally, don't send a link to a YouTube video of you playing full band if typically you play solo acoustic. If you're soliciting a venue and you know that you're going to play solo acoustic, include a link to a performance of you playing live solo acoustic. And also, it's extremely helpful when the artist sends me a range of dates that they're looking for. So basically, when an artist does their due diligence and does their homework for me, I'm going to be so much less inclined to delete their email.
Thanks so much, Tara, for all that great information. And everybody, for more information on Burlap and Bean, visit burlapandbean.com.